But I think we know that the real issue is the terrible hurt and humiliation that Barnaby, by his conduct, has visited on his wife Natalie and their daughters, and indeed his new partner.
The Prime Minister just picked up Barnaby Joyce physically, or rhetorically, and threw him over a cliff.
Lack of strategy, lack of understanding what the end game is. If the end game is to make this go away, you don't come out as the Prime Minister did yesterday and eviscerate your deputy leader, basically calling him an alley cat on heat with poor judgment. You don't do that.
Barnaby made a shocking error of judgment in having an affair with a young woman working in his office.
I think Malcolm Turnbull is on some fairly risky territory, because if, and as we've seen, I think in the Australian has been reporting it in their coverage tomorrow on the front page, that, you know, John Williams, you know, one of the national senators, has basically come out and said in a very strong way, you know, that you can't just pour a bucket onto our leader like that publicly in front of the media. You can't dictate to us who is going to be the leader of the National Party. So there is a big risk here that if you know, Barnaby Joyce doesn't go on leave and decide that it's time, you know, to call it a day as the leader of the Nationals, that he is going to be forced, that Malcolm Turnbull is going to be forced to work with someone who he has basically publicly come out and gone to town on.
In 2018, it is not acceptable for a minister to have a sexual relationship with somebody who works for them. It is a very bad workplace practice.
And you've got a stupid bloke who's the Prime Minister putting his authority on the line and getting his bluff called.
Please, gentlemen, sit down together and sort this out. If our leadership can't do that at this stage, well, then we should be thinking about who's the leadership of our respective parties.